I mean, they're a very athletic group, and we got to bring our A game. It's the Big 12, so every single week.
Something different about night games. I'm sure you watched the Ohio State Purdue game. There's just seems like there's just a different thing about night games, and now you're getting one here. Now talk about that a little bit as a player.
I mean, night games in Morgantown are always special. Our fans always bring their A game, so absolutely.
Like weeknight games?
I mean, games in general, they're pretty fun.
You anxious to get back out there and play?
Oh, most definitely. We took that week off, and can't wait to get back out there and show some stuff.
Are you seeing the pep and zip from the guys in the field a little bit?
Yesterday was actually one of our hardest player load or hardest working practices. So I think so.
Was that by design, or is it just the way it turned out?
Just the way it turned out. People are, I think, are ready to go and chomping at a bit to get back out there.
What's been the biggest message from the coaching staff leading up to this game?
Just by being us and just focusing on the small details of things.
Game week clock accelerates. This is actually, I guess, Wednesday now. And your mind, I guess you have to focus a little, or just kind of recalibrate a little bit when your game week's a little different.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, having a Wednesday practice on a Monday, but we've acclimated pretty well.
Or Sunday is your Tuesday, which is your heaviest day, really. Yeah,
it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Over the bye week, what would you guys say is kind of the biggest improvement that you guys made during this time?
Just by, just being accountable to each other and just, looking back at what we've done wrong and just being a better player and better teammate.
What do we see from Will? How is he taking this? I mean, how was he coming back from that game? How have you seen him react?
I mean, he's a very mature player, and he's a winner, so that's what he wants to do. He's gonna do everything he can to win.
Yeah.
Have you ever had confidence lapses yourself after a bad team performance? Or are you pretty even keel?
I'm pretty even keel than usual all the way around. I just try to find ways to get that win, for the next step.
Jake said you guys worked on timing, during the bye week. What all went into that? And I mean, is that something that just happens sometimes?
I mean, it does, but this past week, everything was amped up a little bit because of that bye week. But we just had to turn things up a notch. We're in a spot where, we control our own destiny. So just got to ball out.
You mentioned depth too. Talked about some of the receivers and not getting the appropriate depth. What was that? Just happened, or was there things that Iowa State did that caused that, or were you not getting? He's just talking about the receivers in general, not getting the appropriate depth. Some of the patterns.
I mean, it happens with fatigue sometimes and things of that nature, but that's all just discipline and knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.